Instructor Williams, and it's a nice and exciting morning start for me with my personal development plan. I've got a long way to go, and I'm also up for the challenge. And it's not just today, actually. I would say every day. I'm getting my cool down going right now because early this morning, as usual, actually every single morning, I train. And to be honest, it's even before I even get up out of the bed and place my feet on solid ground and stand up at 90 degrees. When 80 degrees, I start to working out when I'm conscious. Because when you're a martial artist and you don't want someone to take control of you, and you don't want someone to be a bully and run your business and take you up in all kinds of evil circles and immature patterns of behavior, you have to be very conscious all the time. We take an entire 360 degrees worth of focus and commitment to oneself, in my opinion. Tonight, I'm going to train again at the school. See for Jesse is going to do another phenomenal job, I believe. I have no reason not to. We're going to train Wing Chun, Muay Fat, and I'm going to, guess what? Not wait until the last minute or wait until I walk into the school to start to warm up and stretch, right? I'm going to start stretching early in the morning. On the day I have class, I'm going to be limber, flexible, relaxed, um, comfortable in my own comfort zone, in my own element, and in the philosophy of ancient philosophy of martial arts when I get to class, right? This is how you want to be. You don't want to wait till you get to your instructor or to your Sifu or to your CJ, to your master or your sensei, and then start to learn the techniques and the routine, the form. You want to, when you train and you leave the class, you leave your school, carry class along with you, because you also too present to pretend that you're absent. You're in the class, you're in the school as a student, or what have you. Why in the world would someone train martial arts, take yourself through, yes, I'm going to train martial arts and be a martial artist and improve the inner me and the being me that I want to be, or that people who love me around me want me to be. And then when I get there, I become a student. All of a sudden, well, I'm only a martial artist as long as there's class, as long as I'm in school, as long as I'm enrolled, and I'm also in the class physically, where I can see the instructor, or I can see my sensei or my C4 or CJ, my master, you know, who's going to be the one to let me know that I'm a martial artist, right? So a martial arts student. Yeah. So why in the world, I ask myself, why in the world would I want to be a martial artist? Why in the world would I want to train? Some of it, look at it, what it does for me. You see that right there? This is something that it needs to be picked up and placed in a receptacle. Now guess what? When you're training, and you train diligently, and you train like you train when you train to do things you should not be doing, it trains the discipline so that you can start to be an impact as a human being. This is what discipline is about, see? This is right here. I didn't throw this down, you listening. I didn't throw it down, but I can't pick it up. And as long as I'm doing it the right way, you'll see I come onto a property. This is a property, yeah? But it doesn't, they gave me permission. Don't have any reason to look like any product we can buy off a shelf. No, it doesn't. But guess what? This is how citizenship runs. And this is how liberty and freedoms are. So look at that. Watch that. This is where you want to throw something down. You can throw it down like in these types of little things right there. And then you can throw it down, you see. And see, that's what martial arts is going to instill in you. So it's instilled it into me. And this is what I do all the time. I don't need people to say, hey, you should pick this up. Or you should do that. Or why don't you give it a try? See what you like about that. You're supposed to be able to move and feel the fluid energy within. You're supposed to feel the chi in your own body. Yeah? And so when you're training martial arts, and you're all serious training, you're not trying to slide into our school and just eavesdrop and pick up little bits of information or every little bit sneaky piece of gossip you could possibly muster, then you're going to learn train martial arts when you leave your school, when you go out to your home, when you go back to your community, you as well continue to train. You don't wait until you get to school to start your form, to start to stretching. I get up in the morning, on the day I've got school, I start to stretch and train in the same morning. Yeah? So when I get to school, at 7 o'clock this evening, Lord's will, yeah? I am going to look and feel and think and shape my reality and shape my circumstances and shape my inner being, shape my sense of values about myself and shape my social identity among my peers, etc. Right? When I approach in school my seafood. Why? Because my seafood is not just my seafood, is he? Miss CJ is not just Miss CJ, is she? Right? Miss Sifu is also a human being. And it's a great miracle in the world in this lifetime to have human beings like Sifus and CJs and masters and senseis, yeah, instructors, etc., who dedicate their own inner being and realm to try and help you become something that you decide you want to be. Right? So this is a blessing to have a Sifu or a CJ or a master or a sensei or an instructor or a mentor or a counselor or a partner or a colleague or constituent. These are human beings who are dedicating their own inner energy to where it's supposed to be already. It's already out here. You see? It's already out here. And so instead of being so egotistic, these are beings who have a little more humiliation, a little more experience with people. And needless to say, have the privilege to study abroad in the ancient philosophy of martial arts. Philosophy, yeah? Uh, Ancient philosophy, medicine, and then just martial arts, right? And so what I suggest when I'm speaking to any of my colleagues as a Tai Chi instructor, myself as a martial artist, of many different types of horizons, yeah, is when you're going to your school, when you're going to your class, and no one forces you to join their school or anything, yeah, and even if they force you, learn how to redirect the energy. Learn how to convert the energy and make it to your benefit. Yeah? Keep concentrated. Stay focused. Yeah? So when you end up in a martial arts school, you don't have much time when you're in a martial arts school, whether someone made you and you're involuntary enrolled in a school, or if you're voluntary enrolled in a school, in your environment is only a lot of martial arts going on. You might want to pay as much attention to how important self-care and values are and mores are, rather than whether you're voluntary enrolled or if you aren't voluntary enrolled, right? So you can get what the point is and learn the lesson. The idea in life is not to run away, or move out of the way or evade the trouble. Is not trying to avoid the pressure. You've got to learn how to convert the pressure. You can't get away from it anyway. If you go one way, you're bringing it towards you in another way. You understand physics, right? And my PhD is in metaphysics. And my second PhD is in Freemasonry. And my third PhD is in Masonry. And I don't want to talk about masters, because a master has nothing to do with a doctor, okay? And I don't want to talk to bachelors, because a bachelor is still looking for my study. Well, I could throw it away if I want. Again, listen, When you go to your school, when I go to my school today, see, nights I got class, I'm going to go to my seafood as if he's a human being, which means I'm not taking his time last session and just went and thrown all that energy away while I stand in his face. Yeah, I can understand. We don't go through all of the motions there. And so when I see him, I'm flexible already. I'm limber already. I'm comfortable already. I'm relaxed already. And I've trained already from what he's taught me when I'm not in front of him. So that he's a human being when I go to take more of his time out to tell him I want to learn martial arts. I want to learn how much people are in this world. I want to know how many people exist among me that really care about me. I'm going to treat my situation just like I really want it to be. And on top of that, I want to dictate the results and prove I can control my own destiny as well. So you can't do that waiting on your seafood. You can't do that waiting on your instructor. You have to get up and mean what you say. So this morning, again, like I used to, each day, whether off class or not, because I already started a long time ago. Every morning, because of it, I exercise. I do my crunches. I do my push-ups. I'll go through all my forms. And then when it's time to go to class, I'm going to class as a student of the school. I look like a product of the school. I look like a product of what I'm being taught. Yeah? And so this is what you want to do. You don't want to get into school. You don't want to get to anything in life and then turn around and around and around to see how people think about it or what they think of you if you changed automatically. Look for your own self. Yeah? And this is what's going on this morning with martial arts. I got me exercising in the train this morning and I'm walking to do a cool down now. I have school later on this evening. When I get there, it's like any other time I get there. I'm already ready to start to train. Some people come into lots of me to show you here. Let me show you a little sample. This example, look, watch me. Let me show you a little example. But things I've seen already, things I've already endured, of all of my experience in the martial arts. Like, that's it. Some people come to class, come to school in the first place, they come to school like this. I want to learn martial art, yeah, and start to train martial arts, yeah. And then the next class session comes around, even after, before the next class time, that same day after class, they're like this. And then when class starts again and it's time to go back to school, they come back to school like this. That's not how you want to be. When you go to martial arts, when it no matter what school it is, whenever you're into martial arts, this is how you want to be. When you go to martial arts, you walk in, you want to train martial arts. So you start to train martial arts. Yeah. And then when you leave class, when class session is in for the day, yeah, you're outside of school, you're back at home, at the broader community, or your job a night shift, you're in a restaurant or fast food, drive through late tonight, get a bite after a nice workout or something, yeah, mate. Then you're going to want to look like this. Like you got control. It don't matter if you want to look this way, but if you've not control over that, that's going to be a problem. You don't want to build yourself that way, right? It's not about how you look like that, but if you've not got control over that, that's going to be a problem. It's same as you want to stand like a statue, but if you've no idea how to control it, it does not matter whether you're sloppy or if you're intact. Because the point is to have control. Is to have control. And so when you get out of your school, you get back to school, you want to return to class to your school, and you want to look like this. And you're ready. It shows because your head is up. It's not down like that. You're not walking in like that. You know, you're walking like that. Yeah, so that's how you want to be, and you can do that way if you get up in the morning and before you know you've got martial arts class, and you start to stretch. You start to doing your stretches. You start to doing your things. Yeah, you start to working yourself out. Yeah, you start to working yourself out. Yeah, and then when you get to your class and you see your teacher, when you see your teacher, you step to your teacher like that. Yeah, you see your teacher. Yeah, namaste. Yeah, or make 204. Yeah, yeah, you can see your teacher. Yeah, right. And so, yeah, that's how you want to be. And if you want to train Tai Chi with me, Instructor Williams, metaphysician, uh, then that's how we're going to turn out. We're going to train, and we're going to let it impact the lives of others instead. We're not going to focus on ourselves because we already know physics. We already know physics. This is not rocket science. We already know physics. What we got to understand is how to be a man, or how to be a woman, or how to be a person of your word. You have to learn how to keep your word. And that's the thing. We're not worried about, I'm too old or I'm too young. We've got old people in the martial arts who want to punch you so hard. Have you ever can feel Sifu Jones' Wing Chun? Huh? Have you ever felt Sifu Jones' Wing Chun? Right? Sifu John is an elder who knows what you know. But you want to feel Sifu John, his Wing Chun? Yeah? So we're not going over all his circumstances. I've got so much to look at. What are you doing in the moment? You're moving around. You're moving around. So we're not going out there. You're going to train martial arts, or you're not going to train martial arts. But we're not worried about that. There's too many of us already out here who really know how to get with it. And we need your help. Do you get it? We don't need your help. You need your own help more than anyone else. You see? So you got to make sure you know what you're doing. You know you're a person of your word, and you train because you want to train. And if you train because you don't want to train, then at least you're still training. So pay attention and learn how to convert the energy. Right? So this is Instructor Williams, Tai Chi instructor, and also I must be respectful to Arthur and give thanks to Sifu Fu, Sifu Jamie, CJ Jamie, Sifu Larry, Sifu Jesse, Sifu John, Sifu Master Shin Lee, Sifu Master Shin John, Sifu Instructor Vasello, uh, yeah, and all my sisters, into Shaolin, GMAU, Tien Long, Shaolin Temple, Yunnan. You know, we're going to enjoy another workout today, and I can't wait. I'll also be in the gym on Friday. I'm always working out, I'm 44, and I'm going on 20. Yeah. So if you want to be in shape and you want to make sure that you really are the way that you say you are, you really want to make sure that you really content and that you're not just making something up, get in training